So prior to this most recent update, I hadn't ever really played jets in simulator battle. I had played plenty of props, but it was very expensive to set up a sim lineup, so I wasn't really that interested in doing it until these air-to-air missiles were introduced, and I started getting back into sim a lot more, and I made my jet lineup and I started playing. And I feel like it's given me a bit of an advantage because I'm kind of coming in as a fresh player with no expectations with this new update, which introduced a lot more features, and I'm kind of able to adapt my play style and learn this new game. Where I'm seeing that a lot of the people who have been playing Sim before aren't necessarily utilizing stuff like missiles or radar to its full potential. So I thought I would kind of share my thought process and how I go about getting my kills in this game mode and what I'm doing. The first thing I'd like to mention is that I actually prefer fighting against Japan now. It's kind of surprising since the T2 is basically the best aircraft in the game right now, but because firing missiles requires identifying your target, and honestly that is the hardest part, it's really nice to be going against T2s because they are quite mistakable, even at long range. Nothing else looks like that aircraft, so I can comfortably fire beyond the 800-meter range where you get that friendly icon, and I don't have to even get within maybe a kilometer and a half to be able to see that profile. So I can utilize the full potential of the range of my missiles without having to go through all of the processes I would normally have to if I was fighting, say, Germany, which has sabers, and MiG-19s that could also belong to Russia and stuff like that. It's just really nice to be able to see that profile and feel safe to launch at any range. Yep, that's the profile. That's the profile. We're launching. Please lock, please lock, please lock. Launching. Another thing I've been doing a lot is defending our airfields. The airfields on the map will start flashing if they're firing AA at a hostile aircraft. And there's always two AI loitering around the airfield in prop planes normally, so you can use that information to pretty easily be able to determine which is the enemy aircraft, especially if the AA is firing at them and you can see the tracers or they're hit, like this 229 here. Um, and of course, the 229 is a very unmistakable profile, so that helped in the process. And though I didn't end up launching a missile here, I just used guns because he was low and slow. This has been an easy way for me to get long-range missile kills very easily with minimal effort.
Fast tanks. They're not.
They're pretty agile.
Really? You think so? Have you used the Cromwell?
No, but compared to
Hmm,
other, like, it's a heavier medium tank.
maybe. Yeah, maybe the normal Shermans are a little more agile than the Firefly.
In this example, I actually buzzed a Seahawk, confirmed that it was hostile, and lost track of it, and I am alerted as to where it's at by friendly AA firing at it, allowing me to sit back comfortably and get an easy missile kill. No risk required. Here I'm looking right at him, and then I look down here, I see the AA firing, and then I can confirm that it's hostile. Swear to God, if this is a friendly, I'm uninstalling. AA is shooting at it. I'm taking the chance.
You serious? There's a second tank there? Fuck off.
Good, it was the Seahawk. And then last but not least, you have the kill feed. Obviously, if you see a plane go down, you can look at the kill feed and figure out pretty much exactly what happened, as I'm doing in this clip here. The Seahawk killed our Banshee, and it's basically over for this Seahawk. Now that I have eyes on his dot, unless I somehow manage to lose it, which I probably won't if I stay low enough and I keep a good lookout on it, then I have all of the time in the world to arrange a kill on this guy however I would like. Guns, missile, wherever. The hardest part is over. I know it's hostile. Now I can engage him. And I'm gonna let this clip roll for just a little while longer because something kind of crazy and funny happens. I'm just sitting here oblivious, flying in a straight line, not checking my six, when suddenly a missile flies right fucking past me. You can hear it here. And then right here you can see a delayed reaction in chat as my friendly tries to warn me, and then he takes down the Seahawk. One other way that you can be identifying targets is by communicating with your team, obviously. In Sim, it's considered courtesy if you ping somebody's location on the map for them to reply with T41, which is follow me, which will in turn ping their location. So you can kind of cross-check what you're seeing with his location and determine whether or not he's friendly. This can really help you by eliminating targets. Like if you see something and you're wondering if it's hostile, obviously that will confirm that it isn't, and you can move on to your next target. But don't use it as a failsafe for launching a missile. Don't see a dot, ping it, not hear a reply, and then assume it's safe to fire missiles. Not everybody knows about this, and not everybody is willing to communicate. Fortunately, it does extend past language barriers. Um, that team menu is obviously in everyone's native language, so it should work out just fine if you're on Russian servers or wherever you might be. But yeah, don't rely on it to identify enemies, only rely on it to confirm friendlies. As I said earlier, spotting targets is now 100% of sim for me. Once a target's spotted, at almost any range, I can slot onto that tail and get a free missile kill as long as I am 100% sure it's hostile. That is the single hardest part, is identifying it. So make sure you are communicating if you're playing these high tier sim matches. It really, really, really helps.